You arrive in Thailand. The plane lands, the suitcases arrive, the paperwork begins. But after living here for more than 25 years, I've come to believe something. Most people think arriving happens at the airport. I don't. Your body arrives in a day, but when does your mind arrive? Some people adapt, some never do. And I think the day your mind arrives, that's when reality of living in Thailand finally hits you. In the beginning, Thailand can feel almost electric. The street food, the warm nights, the late night markets, the feeling that somehow life became lighter. Even the smallest things feel exciting. The different language, the different culture, the different pace of life. For a while, everything feels like an adventure. And that's real. And I think almost everyone who moves here experiences it. But eventually something changes. Not because Thailand changes, because you do. When we first move here, part of us still lives somewhere else. We compare everything. Some foreigners have lived here for decades and still spend every day explaining why everything is better back home. The food, the roads, the culture, the people. They follow the news from home. They talk about how things are done back home and imagine that one day, maybe, they return. Even when they have already built a life here. And that's perfectly normal. Because adapting to a new country isn't really learning where the supermarket is. It is about learning how to live inside a different reality. And that takes time. For some, a lot of time. Lots of trial and errors, mistakes, frustration, and small victories, slowly learning where you fit in. I have lived in Thailand for more than 25 years now. And yet, sometimes I still feel like a visitor. In Germany, there's a little bird called Zaunkönig, fence king. It lives comfortable in the fences, not fully inside, not fully outside. And that's often how life abroad feels. You build routines, relationships, memories alive. But there are always little reminders. Visa renewals, 90-day reports, banking rules, dual pricing. The fact that no matter how deeply you settle here, there are parts of life that still reminds you every day that you are a guest. And maybe that is one of the biggest adjustments. Learning to live comfortably with that reality. Not because you like it, not because you agree with it, but because fighting it forever becomes exhausting and doesn't make any sense. And then something else happens. The magic becomes normal. The market becomes the supermarket. The sunset becomes the background scenery. The noodle soup becomes lunch. The adventure becomes Tuesday. For some people, this is where disappointment begins. The excitement fades. The novelty disappears. The dream starts looking suspiciously like ordinary life. But maybe that's exactly the point. Because the goal was never to stay on holiday forever. The goal was to build a life. And life eventually becomes ordinary, no matter where you live. And maybe this is where the real journey begins. Not when you arrive in Thailand, but when you stop experiencing Thailand and start living in it. You will face the same old questions: purpose, relationship, health, getting older. What comes next? The only difference is that now you are asking those questions under palm trees. This is where some people encounter what many expats call the Expat Wall. I never experienced it as one dramatic moment, but I've watched it happen. Some people never stop comparing, never stop fighting, never stop wishing Thailand would become something it isn't. The language remains a barrier. The culture difference becomes exhausting. The feeling of being permanently temporary never goes away. And over time, friction builds. Until one day, the effort of staying feels greater than the reward. Most don't leave dramatically. Most leave quietly, because their curiosity faded, their enthusiasm faded, and eventually they go home, or at least try to. But of course I have seen something different too. I have seen people face exactly the same challenges and live something completely different. They stop trying to change Thailand. They stop comparing every little detail. They stop chasing the excitement of the beginning. Instead, they build something deeper. Friendships, purpose, routine, community, meaning. And that's when something interesting happens. Maybe your mind arrived when you stopped comparing everything to where you came from. Maybe it arrived when you finally accepted the things that will never change. Or maybe it arrived when you are no longer completely sure where home is. Because after enough years abroad, the place you left changed, and so did you. Thailand is more than an experience, and quietly becomes your life. Welcome to Thailand Lifestyle. We are
Nann
and Odin. Make the best out of your day every day. Do Thai people notice this in foreigners?
noted what?
that some foreigners become disconnected after many years.
Some do.
Why?
I think some people came here for start a new life, but they never really built one.
Do Thai people also stop noticing Thailand?
Of course.
Really?
You think Thai people walk around looking at sunset every day?
No. Do you think Thailand changed me?
Yes.
How?
You became quieter. Just live. Don't overthink.
The reality of living in Thailand is not learning how Thailand works. It is learning how to live with the parts that will never work exactly the way you want them to. Not fighting reality, not surrendering to it either, but finding your own place somewhere in the middle, finding your own spot on the fence. Maybe that is why I still relate to that little fence king bird. Living somewhere in between, not fully inside, not fully outside. But after more than 25 years, I still don't know if Thailand is home. But maybe that question matters less than it once did.
Like a straight up, like a tree, like this.
Because eventually I stopped searching for the perfect place.
Maybe belonging is not a place.
And maybe she is right, because building something meaningful in life, wherever you are, becomes more important. Looking back, I don't think the biggest challenge was moving to Thailand. The biggest challenge was adapting to it, learning what to hold on to, and learning what to let go, learning to stop fighting things I could never change. My body arrived a long time ago, but when did my mind arrive? I think it happened when I stopped seeing Thailand as a place and started loving the people. And that didn't happen overnight. It happened slowly, over years, through friendships, through shared experiences, through building a life. And maybe that's the funny thing about arriving. You don't always notice when it happens. Maybe it happens so slowly that one day you simply realize you are no longer trying to live in Thailand. You are just living. And maybe it is still happening every day.
Bye bye.